This is the final men's team event. Team China versus Team Hong Kong. In the semi-final team, China has defeated Team Japan 3-2 very close matches.
Have been shuffled around. Against India, the man who turned up was Lam Sui Hang, and Ho Kwon Kit played the semi-final. So in the final, big day, no pressure, no pressure.
Pin drop silence before the masterclass of table tennis begins. You could see warming up.
But what do you think of this Hong Kong, China really shuffling their players around and have the third one being different for each of those matches? Maybe for the final you could have possibly backed one of your players who's already played the matches before. What do you think about that?
See, sometimes it's always good to get the fresh perspective. Hong Kong, China already are challengers there. They're in the finals, up against the best. They know that they had a chance. They had a bleak chance. The only chance was there if Chan would have done some magic here. He really put up a good show, good fight there, along with Wang Chuqin. But nevertheless, so let's see whether this fresh change done by Hong Kong can give them a breather in this final of 28th Asian Team Table Tennis Championship.
Liang Jingkun with the serve, goes for the high toss. And it's a good start for him. Liang Jingkun, 28 years old, and by the current update in the rankings, he is ranked 7th in the world. Yui Kwan To, in comparison, 20 years old. It's the first time that we are seeing him in this competition, because he didn't play the quarter-final and the semi-final. I would have possibly backed the man who had already done well for them against India, Lam Sui Hang, because he had won a 5-gamer against Ankur Bhattacharjee. So it's one-way traffic to begin with, which is why it's a little quiet. The place had really turned alive with the effort that was put in by Chan Baldwin earlier. And by the looks of it,
Kwan opening the account.
Yes.
With that service fault by Jingkun.
Yui Kwan To. He gets one more point. An unforced error of sorts by Liang Jingkun.
Audience was certainly expecting a lot more fireworks, but unfortunately Japan got to face China in semi-final. They were the two powerhouses, and the way we were expecting it happened, the script happened that way only. Match went on to till 5th match decider, long game. They spent almost close to 4.5 to 5 hours on the table, but in the end China won it. Now, what a good work done by Kwan.
Yes, a spirited comeback. Also, looking at the Chinese strategy, they've come in with their 5-member squad. Oh, now Yui Kwan To just taking a lead. It's the first time that he's facing Liang Jingkun. So Wang Chuqin, Lin Shidong and Liang Jingkun have been the starters in all the 3 matches that they've played. They've of course shuffled the order around. Jiang Peng, who's 9th in the world, we haven't seen him in this competition. Oh, wonderful. That forehand was very well played by Yui Kwan To, and then Liang Jingkun's block landed far and wide. So quietly, it is such a quiet move that Yui has charted out here.
Oh, Kwan could see ball was in the air. He wanted to go for the kill backhand.
We also haven't seen Zhu Qihao, ranked 34th in the world. He's in the Chinese squad.
That's a beautiful service received. Well, good forehand, good spinny forehand in the center. The ball was too short, yet he managed to play such a spinning shot. Truly masterclass.
It was initially placed very well there by Yui Kwan To, but then ultimately just getting it a little bit too wide and far.
Okay, it's a good move. Good apology by him. He right hit in the body. Jiankun couldn't move. Though he bent down to control the ball by his forehand. Quite a ripping backhand by Kwan. Perfectly executed. Long service and then cracker of a backhand.
This has been quite a show here by the youngster from Hong Kong, China. This time hits the net. He had started with a big deficit, but just the way that he has been able to bounce back, it is very, very good and it's encouraging. Yesterday, Liang Jinkun had lost that match against Harimoto.
Kwan missed out to that ripping backhand. Lucky for Jinkun, who would want to maintain the lead over him.
Liang Jinkun also fresh from that win over Sora Matsushima last evening to ensure that China found a place here in the final.
A timeout is being taken by Kwan.
Who haven't quite achieved the mark of excellence that they want. When they get into positions, when they are too close to success, that is when they start making mistakes, because it becomes a psychological battle to handle it.
Psychological battle finally is on. Liang Jinkun giving away that point. Kwan, 2-point lead.
It's a 2-point lead. Now, in the last match we had seen in the first game, it was Chan. He was leading 10-8 against Wang Chuqin.
With that ripping backhand, Liang Jinkun puts up pressure on Kwan, and it will be a situation. It's a critical situation for Kwan. You've got to be really calculative what service you would do.
And handle yourself. Psychologically, just handle yourself. Keep calm. He's missed it, and once again, it's like a replay of the first game of the previous match. 10-all.
World number one, sitting relaxed. I've done my job, guys. I have been doing it for years right now.
Yeah, just ensure that I don't have to come back and play again.
Did it land on the table? I don't know. Okay, yes, Kwan got the point. Liang Jinkun missed that flighted ball there.
Yes, and it's you who has got the game point here. And
Yeah.
we are level again. We are level again. This may go on for some time by the looks of things.
Yes. Now this is where the nerves get tight, but the focus gets far more purer.
Now it's you who hits the net, and once again Hong Kong China just losing the opportunity. Sachin, here in the commentary box you're gesturing with different shots. There's something that you have seen. Please tell our viewers.
The way this side spin short service is being received. Earlier it used to be with the flat racket, but this time they're using a tomahawk manner of receiving it. Look at this. Kwon gave away that point. He is not expecting. He put up a good show there, giving up the game with that serve error. Okay, no way.
Yes, no way, no way. You cannot do that in such a situation. Why on earth would you do that? Wang Hao now just imploring on Liang Jinkun to keep his processes tight and steady as they move ahead. There have only been fleeting moments where Hong Kong China have truly threatened the reigning champions. Liang Jinkun, an important part of the Chinese table tennis unit. He was also a part of the team that lifted the title last year here, Sachin. That was in Astana.
Liang Jinkun lucky here. Bit out of position, but managed to control the ball.
Yui Kwanto, what a good forehand. And it was thanks to that forehand that they've been able to equalize early, of course. It's very early in the second game, but there are various moments that Hong Kong China will look back and think, gosh, what if we had capitalized on those?
Wang Chuqin, you can see he has so much of surety on his face that this contest is going to belong to China. He's sitting relaxed. He knows that there is a man on the job, Liang Jinkun, who has saved China from critical situations, happiness, emotions.
And what the camera
China's corner.
And what the camera didn't capture was that wide smile on Wang Hao's face. I could see it from here in the commentary box. He just turned to his players and had this big wide smile.
That's quite a backhand. It was a squat power backhand.
Now it's possible that Liang Jinkun is gradually getting hold of this encounter. Yui Kwanto is up against it. It's of course the first time that he's facing Liang Jinkun.
So much of power Liang Jinkun is generating. Difficult for Kwon to hold it. Though Kwon is quite a tall guy, he still managed to defend this easily.
And 11 shots, that's how long that rally was. Another Stupa statistic for you. A good backhand, a very good backhand. Manages to win that point.
Caught that ball a little early. Finished it perfectly.
Yui Kwanto gets another point. He was forceful over there, Yui.
is now on this rally. He was testing the patience. Look at the confidence. Liang is yet to take a timeout. Don't know whether he will be taking or not. The way his flow and the way his rhythm is, he generally doesn't lose the rhythm.
He doesn't need a timeout because he seems to be in complete control here, Sachin. Why would you want to fix something that ain't broken? It was pacey, it was very pacey, but in the end, Liang Jinken also tried his level best to make sure that he tries and returns that challenge from you.
And that's a rally typically audience would want to see. A long Chinese rally is full of thrust, full of power. Again, ripping backhand, good reach. Liang Jinken bent down. This was there in the center of the body, but he controlled. 9-4. Rhythm in favor of China. Once he gets this game, that will be the only game left that China would want to finish it.
Yeah, this has been, of course, the title clash, getting the best out of the players. Just the umpire walking up to the table, maybe a bit of sweat that may have just fallen onto the table. It's just flicked off the top of the net and it has come out. Also credit to the way China have turned up here, because never easy when you... What time did we finish last night? Around 10:30, 10:45 Indian Standard Time, and to return here less than 24 hours later and to put up such a show, it's commendable. Meanwhile, that shot as well from you was commendable.
Now, we could expect a timeout if Liang Jinken doesn't take this point. And that happened with Shidong as well in the first match. No, I will not go for a timeout. Liang Jinken is sure. He's in control. And whenever such kind of situation arises, he doesn't miss his spinny backhand. He controls the rhythm of the game. Oh, that was quite a pancake shot. Changed the rhythm. 11-6. The man has done the job. One more set. Once they get it, they get the gold. It's a golden set for China.
One more game away from clinching the title here. China, Hong Kong, China have obviously tried their best. In fact, if anything, the fact that they have made it through to the final with such an effort, it is commendable. Meanwhile, we can see the various spectators. The mascot is sitting right there. You can see him at the center, at the top. We've got Chinese supporters here today as well. Various contingents all here to celebrate the sport called table tennis. And full credit here to the Odisha government for creating this facility, the Kalinga Stadium. There are magnificent sports stadiums around for different sports, athletic tracks around. We've also got a hockey stadium. And this event has been possible thanks to the government of Odisha, ITTF, ATTU, the Table Tennis Federation of India, and the Odisha Table Tennis Association.
Beautiful point. Kwon was out of control onto this rally. Quite a footwork there by... That's a beautiful receive, but a heavy loaded spin by Liang Jinken, and that was a set out. Sportsperson who are watching this, that's how you got to play a mind game.
Oh, that was actually powerful, but in the end, you couldn't quite keep it down.
Every point by China leads them to victory. No. Kwon, my job is not yet done. I'm there.
just got big on him and that's gone out. But that rally and that point is really celebrated by the Chinese contingent. 15 shots long, that one. Wonderful work by the Stupa AI over there, capturing these rallies right through the tournament, giving us the statistics so soon.
Liang Jingkun, one more point towards victory. He's in hurry.
Yeah, he's in a hurry.
Looks like they have a movie booked at 9 p.m. show.
Yes, they may have. I think they've invited you and me as well. This one's gone out. Yes, in fact, I've obviously got the opportunity to speak to numerous Chinese people over the years when I've traveled, and I know one of them very well, and they've often told me that there are some Indian movies that have also become popular in China, like there were from the Bollywood actor Amir Khan. Some of his movies have become quite popular there over the years, so wonder if he's come up with one.
Kwon, beautiful backhand. Where was this?
See, he's trying his best. He's definitely trying his best, but when you're up against a team of this quality, you yourself may have played a lot of matches, but not players of this caliber. It's of course never easy. Then you start making errors like this. And yes, you are left a little clueless as well, but it's only when you play the bigger opponents more and more, that's when you get better, your awareness is better, and then that is when you can begin to beat them. But then if you ask someone like a Benjamin Farazi, he will say, just turn up and do your thing.
Keep shooting. Keep shooting till the time you get it right. That's Benjamin Farazi. Liang Jingkun wanted to finish off with the tripping backhand cross court.
This Chinese unit had overcome a fantastic effort by Japan yesterday. But today they have left no stone unturned. And on the cusp. And courtesy Liang Jingkun getting even closer now, 3 points away from sealing this championship.
Audience has guessed the result. They're silent. They're just quietly watching.
That was a good shot. The people who were silent, you gives them an opportunity to cheer just a little bit. But
what happened? Timeout called by Wang Hao. He is watching every point with a hawk eye. Even though rhythm, movement, everything in favor of China. But boss, we are not here to lose even a single game. That's a call by the boss.
Yes, and as you can see, just indicating something with the backhand there. Wang Hao, vastly experienced. His own medal cabinet is glittering. I mean, when you go and when you see him around, it's such a simple man who you wouldn't believe has achieved so much. But that's what champions are. They may be simple in real life, but otherwise, my word, they are absolutely
Such a brilliant performance by China. Liang Jingkun inching towards a victory. Look at him. He's back. Kwon to serve. Quite a footwork by Kwon. Quite a footwork. No, Liang Jingkun is not happy. Kwon has taken Such a beautiful point. It was quite a rally, quite a performance. It's 8-all. Final. Hong Kong, China not giving up.
Liang Jinkun just gets closer now. He is now at 9-8. 2 points away from sealing the deal here for the defending champions, the world leaders, the world beaters.
Both the players have taken the time out now. It's 9-all. Nerves are tight.
Nerves may only be tight here for you, to be honest. Liang and the Chinese contingent would be breathing quite easy. But that is a ripping forehand. And he has taken game point now.
He's making Liang Jinkun, the world ranker, wait. No, I'm not going to allow to have a victory. I'm going to snatch away this game. Liang Jinkun came back with that heavy loaded spinny backhand there, closing the gap, and now it's dues.
It's 10-all now on dues. It will be Liang Jinkun to serve. Lobbed, and that's gone out, and Liang Jinkun is now on championship point. China are on the cusp of doing what they did last year in Astana. Well, this was expected, you would say, but you still have to turn up and win these championships.
China narrates the script with that winning is not just a habit, it's a way of life. Wow, what a performance. One-sided performance by China. Absolutely leaving no stone unturned there. There was no breathing space for Hong Kong, China. Winning it over. Keeping the title with them. Now this time, again, as compared to the last year, boys, men's and women, both the teams are taking home gold medal and that trophy. What do you say, Nishad, about this one-sided performance there?
It was expected, particularly after what they had done against Japan last night. There was never a doubt as to what China would achieve today. Hong Kong, China had their moments, fleeting moments, I would say. And finally, as you can see on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, a smile from Wang Hao. It is wonderful to see a legend truly smile. And also, as China lift this title, it is yet again evidence of the fact that they are true world leaders and world beaters in the sport of table tennis. They have set the standard and they keep raising the standard. A long time ago, there was a pole vaulter called Sergei Bubka who broke the world record 35 times. He kept raising the bar. Armando Duplantis does that today, like Sergei Bubka. But if you look in the context of table tennis, that is China for you. They keep raising the bar, they keep setting new standards.
Now, music is on. Final time of celebration here. China has achieved what they wanted to achieve, and they were set out to. Both the gold medals. Wang Hao really happy with the result.
Wang Hao will definitely be happy. We have seen the intensity of practice. We have seen.
Read more about table tennis on my blog, pingsunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.